Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video I'm going to show you how I created this very pink, very doll-like smoky winged look. It's actually a recreation of the Mitchell look that he does on his page. Mitchell runs a competition every Monday through to Sunday on his makeup page called Made by Mitchell, and he creates a look every Monday at 6 p.m. and the idea is to get his followers to recreate it as best they can, add in their own twist, and he will choose a winner on the same Sunday of that week. The winner will receive either the products that he uses in the look or a spot on his PR. So there's about 4 winners I think each week. He also does a tutorial on the look as well. So this is the look that he created for this week. So if you want to see how I recreate Mitchell's look, then please keep on watching. Please remember to like and subscribe. It'll mean the world to me. Get ready to witness this creation. I'm actually going to start with skin, which is something I never do. No, I'm going to start with my brows. I'm going in with the Pink Honey brow glue. I love this. I've actually recently just bought some new bamboo sticks from them because, as you saw in my last video, the last one was really crusty. I am quite disgusted in myself that I used that on a video, so I've got some new ones. If you watched my other tutorial on how I did my blue cut crease, I will literally just wet this. I'll also spray the inside of the product. I am going to zoom you in a little bit. That's the slowest zoom I've ever seen. Wow. All the angles are coming out today. I'm going to just run this through the product, coating the brush, getting as much product on there as I can. Oh, a new spoolie is just whole vibe. Pushing this product through. I actually can't believe I'm starting with skin today. That like never happens. I never start with skin. Instead of using my finger, I am going to use the back of the spoolie just to really press the product down. Oh, it's so attractive. Taking my Wonder Whip brow pencil in shade Brownie Points, which is also by Pink Honey, and I really am going to press this lightly through. I'm not going to put a lot of product on. I kind of want a sparse brow today. Has Mitchell got it in his video? Oh no, he's got really defined brows, but my brows don't look like that. It doesn't help that I need my glasses to see and I don't have any contact lenses, so I'm going like really far into my mirror. I'm terribly sorry. Doing smaller flicks at the front where I want the brow to be a little bit shorter. So they do look quite similar. Why are you like that? I find with these pencils they work better once you've like warmed them up on your skin, so I do tend to like rub it on my hand quite a bit before I use it. I'm happy with those brows. Now I'm going to just carve out underneath using P. Louise. Also, can we talk about how big this sponge is? Look at that. Just squeezing a moderate amount, not too much, on here, just like this. Grabbing a flat P. Louise and Mama Mitchell Acid Rain brush. Carving out the underneath. This is what's so great about using the soap brow technique, because it pushes all your hairs up. And then once I'm happy with the shape, I'm just going to pat the product onto my lid like this, joining it up to the brow bone where I cut it, spreading out the base so I've got a nice even layer. The key to a good eyeshadow look is a good base, and there is a reason why P. Louise's paints and bases are so like popular, because they just give that finish. Just going to do the other eye really quickly, trying to fill in this scar here with base but it never ever works. I'm going to take the product out onto my temples here because the look will be going out onto my temples here. I know that'll mix with the foundation, but I just want to make sure I have like all the areas covered. Now the eyes are laid, I'm going to move on to my face. For primer today, I'm going to be using the Ordinary silicone primer. I absolutely really love this. Just fills the pores in. I'm going to be using the Morphe foundation brush. This is from the 12-piece brush set. It is the vegan one. I have also washed my face and done my skincare before I've done this. But I'm literally just going to dot it all onto my face. A lot of this look is skin focused as well, because we've got a really heavy blush that he's done. I think his blush is a different shade to the one that I have from his collection, but that doesn't matter. Like, I'm not going to be following his like exact product list because I don't have most. I have some of it, but I don't have all of it. I'm excited. For foundation today, I'm using the Ordinary High Coverage in shade Light Medium. The Ordinary is so cheap, and like for a product that's so cheap and you get a finish like this, insane. Like, honestly, if you haven't bought from the Ordinary before, please buy it. You can find them on Beauty Bay. I really don't want to use this. Ooh, this is also first impressions of this sponge. It's from Real Techniques. I feel like it soaks up a lot of the product, taking it down my jawline. Don't get out of the shot, woman. I saw a tweet and it was like, you know them ick tweets that have been going around at the moment, and it's like, what gives me the ick? And one of them was men saying females, and I was like, wow, like that gives me the ick so much. Like, why would you call a woman a female? Don't. Where are you? Where are you, Christmas? I just won't buy any other concealer other than Tarte. I just can't do it. Why will I swap a concealer when this one is this good? I do have quite a lot of dark circles because your girl doesn't sleep. I'm going to do blush next because I want to use all my liquid products first. So I'm going to mix two together today. I'm going to mix Peach Sugar Blush and Cherry Cola Blush, which are both from Made by Mitchell. They are liquid blushes. He has used more of a brighter pink. I feel like that might be a new shade that's coming out very soon. These, I just love these blushes. They are just amazing. They are insanely pigmented. I'm starting with Cherry Cola. I'm starting with the darker shade first. I'm just going to mark out sort of where I want the blush to go. I'm going to take it up here as well. I'm going to do one side at a time because I want to work quite quick with this product. And now I'm taking Peach Sugar, dabbing it in between the Cherry Cola shade. Trust me. I would use a setting brush, but I'm going to actually use a shadow brush today because I much prefer using a fluffy shadow brush. So this is from Primark. This is the 251 Eye Increase Contour Brush. I highly recommend Primark brushes. And I'm literally just going to buff this in like circular motions. But we have got a very, very heavy blush situation going on in this recreation. So I have took it a bit further down than he has, but that's okay because I'm going to buff out the edges. It looks like I have a rash on the side of my face right now, but that's where the Beauty Blender comes in. I'm liking where I've got the product. It's matching the picture quite well. Okay, so I'm actually going to move on to eyes. He's used one of these, but in a dark colour to like map out his outer eye. But I'm going to have to use shadow because I don't have a dark blush. Ah, my back. Oh, everything's cracking. Ah! So I'm starting with the eyes now. I've zoomed back in. I'm going to be using the Feet on the Ground palette, which is Made by Mitchell. I'm just going to map out the outer wing that he has done on his look, but because it's sort of like a greeny black and I feel like this palette has a lot of options for me to use, so I'm going to just start mapping out to where I want the shadow to go. So I'm going to get a small brush. It's not actually blue, it's just stained blue because trying to get blue shadow out of brushes, it's just not on, is it really? I'm going to start with this shade here, Bored in the House, which is this. I'm bored in the house and I'm in the house bored. He brings it up here. I'm not worrying about getting it too neat at this moment in time. Same on the other eye. So this is going to be the colour that we blend out from, which is why it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be the darkest colour that we use, because when we blend we want it to go from obviously dark to light, so we want to get this base down first and then work outwards essentially. Next I'm going to grab this shade here called Earth Blind, which is a sort of, it's like a beigey colour, and I am just going to get the Mitchell E2 brush, dip into this ever so slightly, and I'm really just going to blow out this wing that we've created here, just to really smoke it out. I'm going to dip between the two shades here. So as you can see, we've achieved more of a smokier look. I'm going to do exactly the same process on the other eye, dipping in between these two shades. So the shade that we used to carve out the winged shape, and then also this Earth Child shade here. Okay, so now that I'm happy with the brown blends on my outer eye, I'm going to go in with the Head in the Clouds palette. Also, I'm really sorry if I've just had a packet of crisps and because my camera just died, so I had a packet of crisps on the break. And I'm really conscious now that I've got like crisps everywhere. So I'm going to use this gorgeous pink shade here called Knit Nympho on a Mitchell E3, because I really want to pinken this outer edge up now that I've got my browns down. So I'm just going to really buff this, just to really deepen up this pink vibe that we've got going on here. Like, I really want this really like hot pink to come through. So I'm happy with this overall shading that I've got going on. Now I'm going to cut the crease and really sharpen up this little wing section here. I'm going to be using some blank canvas paint, which is by P. Louise and Mama Mitchell. For someone who stutters quite a lot, like when I speak, my brain moves faster than my mouth. So like I'm trying to speak, I'm trying to get all my words out at the same time, but my mouth can't keep up with my brain. I end up going blah, blah, blah. My stutter has got better over the years, but I used to be really bad, and I still get it on the phone sometimes. When I'm on the phone I'm like okay, so I'm getting the same brush that we used to carve out the brow, dipping this in. I'm not too worried about the bottom section here because I am going to cover that with some liner. Okay, so I have finished cutting the crease. I am going to like really sharpen up the wings with a bit of black liner, but before I do that, I'm going to do the gorgeous pink inner corner that he's got on his eye. This is the Mitchell E2, no it's not, I'm lying. It's the Mitchell E3 brush, and I'm going to take the shade from Head in the Clouds palette that we used to like really pinken up this section here. The knit. Right, it's Knit Nymphonia. Oh my god. Knit Nymphomia. I don't know how you say it. I'm going to buff this into my inner corner like this. Really taking this sort of into the start of my crease here and also into the side of my nose. I'm going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Riviera palette, which is, can we just appreciate these shades? This is the pink we're going to go into today, which is a gorgeous hot pink. It's even brighter than the pink in the Head in the Clouds palette, I think. So for this I'm going to get, this is the 252 eyeshadow blending brush from Primark. It's stained blue. I'm terribly sorry I can't get the staining off. This is going to really make this pop. I'm going to go do the other eye off camera really quick and I'll be back in a sec. Okay, so now that I'm happy with the intensity on the inner corner, I'm actually going to do some winged liner now. This is probably the hardest of the whole look. I'm going to go in with the Inglot Gel 77 liner with a Zoeva angled brush.
Hi guys, so unfortunately because I was leaning so close to my handheld mirror, this liner footage is actually out of shot. I'm terribly sorry, but I will be filming how I do my liner and different style techniques at a later date, so stay tuned.
Hi, okay, so I just want to apologise for the change in location. I had some problems with my camera and also my lighting, but I have finished doing both liners. Now that I'm looking at the picture, he's also done some liner on the inner corner here, sort of like quite thick. Focus please. Hello?
Hello?
I decided I'm going to take it quite far out like that, just because I feel like I want to go quite dramatic. I'm just going to sort of take that into the waterline here a little bit. Now I'm going to do the same on the other inner corner. This look isn't really an everyday sort of like go-to glam look. I feel like that's the beauty of Made by Mitchell's competition. He makes people creative. Like, he actually encourages people to bring twists to their look. I know I've not really brought much twist to this. It's pretty much exactly the same as his look, apart from maybe a bit of an exaggerated inner corner here. Okay, I'm just going to add a little bit more on my waterline. Let me just have a quick gander. What a great word that is though, gander. I think I'm like losing it. I'm losing it! I'm now going to move on to mascara. For today I'm using Iconic London's Triple Threat Mascara. I am loving this mascara at the moment. It is definitely one of my favourites. Just through my lashes. I'm not going to do my bottom lashes just yet. I'm going to apply my falsies first. I'm torn between using Unicorn Cosmetics or BH Cosmetics. I'm going to use Unicorn Flutter by Unicorn Cosmetics. The BH Cosmetics ones are a little bit shorter than I would use for this kind of look. And I'm just applying a thin layer of Duo-Adhesive Lash Glue. And I'm just going to wait for that to get tacky. So I'm just going to do my bottom lashes now. For some reason, I just love to do bottom lashes after my falsies are applied. I don't know why. I'm just going to zoom you back out. Oh, that's so much better. Now I'm going to move on to bronzer. I'm going to use the Healthy Glow Bronzing Cream from Chanel. Chanel! I feel like I want to change my lashes. I'm going to take this Real Techniques brush. It's actually a contour brush. And I'm just going to run this around in the product. Underneath the blush, I'm just going to buff this in. Because I've got a heavy blush, I don't really want to interfere with the bronzer too much with the blush. So for nose contour, I'm going to be using the Hula Caramel by Benefit Cosmetics, just because I feel like I can get a bit more of a defined contour with this. So I'm just going to dip a flat angled brush in here. So I'm going to put some fake freckles on. I see a lot of people use the Magic Retouch spray for freckles, but I don't have that, so I'm going to improvise, and I'm just going to use a bit of bronzer on a dotting tool. And I'm actually going to just turn up this brightness a little bit on here, just because I'm blind. But bear with me. It will just blue bubble. And what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to sort of pat them a little bit, just to make them a little less fake. So next I'm going to use some highlighter. This is Josh Cosmetics Tinkerfell highlighter. This is actually a really gorgeous pink shimmer. Before I do that though, I'm going to set my face. So I'm using Morphe's mattifying setting mist. Okay, from the 12-piece brush set I'm going to use the really sparse blending brush. In his picture he does have a lot of highlights sort of like up onto his temples and forehead, just up here. So I've decided these lashes aren't the one. I'm just really not vibing with them. I just don't think they go with his like look that he's done. So now I'm actually going to use TL Jamie ones, but they've been cut in half, and I feel like this will just add that subtlety that I'm after. I feel like I just looked a bit too dollish. Now for the final step, it's going to be lips. So let me just reference the picture again. Overlined with brown liner and they're very glossy, so I think I have the perfect liner for this. I'm going to use the Morphe Sugar Pie liner. He has focused a lot on brown liner. It's a very heavy brown liner, so okay, so that's the basic shape. I'm terribly sorry for this inconsistent lighting, but my eyes are really struggling to adapt to the mirror. My eyesight is like declining like so bad, and to do makeup without contacts in or without my glasses on is proving to be more of a mission than it was a couple of months ago. I'm just gonna fill out the top lip because his is very big in the picture and I'm vibing with that, let's be honest. I'm going to go in with NYX Cosmetics Butter Gloss in shade Tiramisu. I feel like this is going to really tie it together, and this smells actually like cake, and that just makes it even better. Okay, so this is the finished look. I'm actually quite happy with how this turned out. Yeah, I really hope that you enjoyed this recreation. If you really did enjoy it, then please remember to like and subscribe. I also have the picture on my Instagram. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next video.